So it's Mr. Dosser here, and today we're going to talk about the latest car news. The last video got more views than I thought it would, even though I'm not getting any views for any of these videos. So let's continue and try to, because I'm doing these for fun. I like talking about cars and finding out about cars, and I love sharing that information with you. So let's get into it. If you could drop this video a like or dislike, a comment, just comment anything, comment peas or tomatoes or potatoes, I don't know. I've got food on my mind, I don't know why, I've already eaten. Anyway, we're back on Piston Heads. Why? Because it's a really good source for the latest news. So what have we got here? First of all, I want to start off with something. Here we go, this. Remember last week I was mentioning about this SSE Tratara. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologise if I got it wrong. There's a whole hoo-ha about whether that record was real or not. There's some discrepancies between the telemetry that's on board when you see the laptop, if you zoom into the video, compared to what you saw on the speedo. The fact the speedo wasn't, I think it was blurred or something. Basically it didn't add up, and even the driver, Oliver James Webb, the Le Mans driver, even he was saying that he wasn't too sure as to whether it's real or not. Here we go. Just looking at the original video, one could see it wasn't acceleration like the numbers claimed, and it isn't the debunked record. So it's a bit like, it's a bit up in the air. Now, Shelby, Gerard, is that Gerard Shelby? Says that, they're going to do the record again. They're going to go again. Which, to be honest, that's, they could have just kept quiet about it, and they could have not addressed this. So it's good in a way. They've come up, they've addressed it, and they thought, we'll do it again just to prove it. And you've got to give them a bit of kudos that they're going to give it another go and show it can be done. So yes, Shmee's done a video, I believe, on this as well. I didn't watch the whole thing, watched some bits of it, but it is quite interesting, and he's got quite a, because he has to be quite careful, but he had like an unbiased view on things, which was quite nice. So that's quite a good thing. What other news have we got? The 2021 X5M competition, a 625 horsepower. I mean, I don't know why you need that much power in an X5. Very nice colour, blue, they're shown in here. Pretty much an M5 engine underneath. It's the same 4.4 litre V8 again. It's the same engine. 2.3 tons. That is heavy. Heavy. That interior is nice though. I can't get on the dials. See these? Hang on, zoom in. See those dials? Right, let me get this right. This bit here, lovely. Screen, lovely. The switchgear in these new BMWs, I know it doesn't appear in pictures, but I'm telling you right now, compared to the equivalent Mercedes, the quality of the actual materials is much higher. The leather is better. The switchgear feels much nicer, but the actual design language, it doesn't work. But these dials aren't as nice as the Mercedes ones. This isn't as nice. It's just the design isn't as interesting. I mean, I'd like to know. I'd love to know what the ride is like on this thing, because it has massive tyres. In fact, how big are the tyres on this thing? I don't know. They're probably 21 inches, maybe 22s. I would not be surprised. Thing is, I think it's just not going to be as comfortable as an M5. So that's that. So we've got that. What else is there come out? 2021 Porsche Cayenne. It looks like a lot of SUVs came out this year. This is a big one. It is big in terms of, I guess for a very small minority of people, but it sets the trend. So as you know, we're talking about the fact that everyone's making SUVs. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan Lamborghini Urus, Aston Martin more recently with DBX, and it looks like Ferrari here, like a spy shot with this weird camo look, which they use to disguise the lines of the car. They have decided to get into it with the Ferrari Sangui. I'm awful with this pronunciation. Someone please help. I mean, they did say they'd never make something like this, but it's just the way the market dictates it. If customers in certain domestic markets, either in Asia or Middle East or maybe even North America, if they want this, then they want it, and at the end of the day it is a business. They have to satisfy their shareholders, so for them it only makes sense to fulfill those needs of those that will put the money in. I mean, to be honest, they have stopped making the Ferrari FF, which, if you don't know, I'll show is Ferrari FF was the 4-seater. Get rid of that. The Ferrari FF was the 4-seater Ferrari. It was like a 4-seater F12 if you want, but it had like a really complicated 4-wheel drive system, and then that got replaced. That had V12, and then that got replaced by the GT4 GTC4 Lusso, which came in 2 variants, a V8 and a V12. That was very nice as well. That's now been discontinued. That's been discontinued, and is now, this is supposedly going to be the family Ferrari, if you will. What do we know about it? Not much. Not much at all. I mean, it's probably not going to be released for at least another couple of years. I mean, and to be honest, look, comments here, I don't really know if it will be done. It looks to me as you can't really tell much. We just know it's round and it has 4 doors. So, and you can tell by the wheels it does look like a Ferrari. Just the wheels alone. So that's that one. 2021 Porsche Cayenne GTS review. A weird angle. I mean, they try and show the ground clearance whilst on the road. This is the thing I've found with a lot of these SUVs. I don't know if you've noticed this. Look at the main press shots that they give for these cars. They're all on the road, and they're all on a really smooth, flat, wide road. Now, SUVs are 4x4s. I mean, for all intents and purposes, the original intention for them was to go off-road, and yet you never ever see a press shot of them off-road. If you do, it'll be way, way further down. The first few photos they show are on the road, going at a certain speed, either very high speed or it's like blurred out to make it look like it's going at high speed. It's only the likes of the Land Rover Defender, which is like a proper off-roader, do you see actual off-road shots in the press packs. Again, all these cars are heavy. 250, we're talking of almost 2.3 tons, just like the X5M. Well, how much are we talking? As tested, 98 grand. You know, you got to assume a lot of these cars, these either super saloons or super SUVs that have ridiculous performance, they will touch 100k now. That's just expect you having to spend 100k and you won't be disappointed. Moving on from what I said the other day about Aston Martin and their design language, looks like Mercedes are taking a 20% stake in Aston Martin. So what I said previously is already out of date, which is fantastic because I made that video less than a week ago. But essentially all the technology and stuff from AMG, Mercedes will filter into Aston Martin, which is interesting because Aston Martin are making that Valkyrie hypercar and Mercedes are making the Project 1, which are direct rivals because they are very, very limited multi-million-pound cars. They are for the elite. They're not for your, person who's made money, who's done well. They're for your billionaires, not your millionaires, your billionaires. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to go against each other if it's effectively the same company. So that will be interesting. 2021 Mercedes-Benz S500. It looks awful. I'm sorry. If you look at the old Mercedes S-Class, I say old, 2016. Here, look, right. Elegant, purposeful, plenty of technology. Again, elegant, purposeful. Even the different wheels, different guises, like different. That's the older type steering wheel. Some people don't like that weird smiley face thing. You know, it's a wonderful car. There are more updated versions. Hang on, like that. That's a very nice sort of burgundy colour. The point is, even if you got the 2018 one, let's have a look inside. It had the updated interior, which, as you can see, the steering wheel problem, that weird smiley face, has been addressed. Lovely car. Again, a lovely car. Now remember how that looked. Even in white, I'm not a massive fan of white cars, yet we can see this looks like a lovely car. That's an AMG spec, but still. Now look at this. I'm sorry, that looks very, very generic and very meh, in my opinion. Yes, it will have all technology. Yes, the S-Class was always the first, or near first when it comes to seatbelts, airbags, etc, etc. And you know, yes, it will be amazing inside. However, I just feel like the outside does not look the part. I mean, the rear, you look at it and I just look, well, the new CLA looks like that. You know, A-Class Saloon looks like that at the back. Why would I go for this? And it is pretty much a technological showcase. So what have we got under the bonnet? We have got a 3-litre straight 6 with 48 volt mild hybrid assistance. A lot of cars are doing this these days, by the likes of the Audi A8 and the A6. They have a similar sort of system. The interior, they have made way with all of those buttons and they've effectively stuck 2 tablets. I do not like the way it's integrated. This isn't too bad from this view, but I just feel like that screen should flow better with the surrounding instruments, and I just don't feel like it looks that good. Because if we look at the interior, see, if we look here, we still have 2 big screens. They're both digital, however, we still have buttons. We have physical buttons below the clock. We have nice bright digital displays, but as you can see, the dashboard swoops around it. It's integrated in. It works really well. This doesn't. Where are we? I got rid of it. Let's have a look and see what else is going on. 12.8-inch OLED. We all know they're going to be technologically amazing. 3D dashboard, blah blah blah. Rear axle, rear wheel steering probably. We know it's going to be good. Again, 90 grand pretty much. We know it's going to be quick. I just can't get on with the interior. I'm not too sure about that steering wheel design. It looks a bit odd. That looks really comfortable to sit in. And to be honest, that's what a lot of these cars are about. It's about sitting in the back. But there you go. First comment. Chintzy. I think that describes it perfectly. I don't think... Again, there we go. Dash looks dreadful. I'm not writing these comments. This is just a general view of petrol heads. People like cars. Or gearheads, call them America. See, people saying not exactly ugly, but it looks a bit generic. It could be a Toyota Camry. You know, it's just... The interior looks like a load of tat, blingy, crappy screens, blah blah blah. And it's just, you know, you look at other competitors, like this guy said, the Genesis, the G80 Genesis, which we'll have a quick look at now. The new G80 Genesis interior, let's have a look. Is that the new one? That possibly is the new one. I mean, everything is high quality. Yes, it's slightly strange. I'm on a YouTube video. I don't want to be on a YouTube video. Hang on. Again, YouTube video. I'm not sure about the green, but as you can see, they have buttons, they have a screen, they have a different approach to things. I'm not saying this is a direct rival. Please don't quote me on that. It's not a direct rival. But if you look at the other approaches that other manufacturers are having, so other Korean manufacturers, other German manufacturers, it is a bit disappointing what Mercedes have done with this S-Class. But yeah, that's about it for this week. Let's see if there's any other news available. Those are the main cars. I think those are the important cars that have come out. The rest of it is sort of a bit, not as important. And that's about it, to be honest. I mean, we've got the odd car here or there. Ford Fiesta ST Edition UK review. Again, a new car, but I think that's been released before. But yeah, let me know what you think. Should I make these videos shorter or longer? Any comments? Put whatever you want. I'll respond. I do read. I do look at what's said, who likes it, dislikes it, and please let me know. And I'll see you later.